So for part B, part of this is pretty straightforward and part of it isn't. So when you expose the following compounds to D2O and the deuterium version of sodium hydroxide, where will you incorporate deuteriums? And so the whole idea behind this is that if you start with a molecule, so let's just draw acetaldehyde, and it's going to go in an equilibrium from the keto, or the aldehyde in this case, to the enol, from the carbonyl to the enol, that as that equilibrium happens, if you're doing this in water and using a base, which is sodium, the deuterium version of sodium hydroxide is the catalyst, then these positions, this position right here, will start to incorporate deuteriums. And if that's unclear to you, I think that what you should do is just draw a very careful, detailed mechanism of where these hydrogens come from when you're going from the carbonyl to the enol. So the first one here is actually this is actually a pretty complicated question. Some of this is straightforward. These positions I think are very straightforward. This position that you'll incorporate deuterium there is actually extraordinarily not straightforward. The fact that this is in a 7-membered ring, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is very important, because the enol of this, which would be, can only be formed if this is a 7-membered ring, because it talks about this in your book. This system is called an allene system. It talks about that in the conjugated systems chapter. But the allene can only form in a 7-membered ring. Then you also notice that this, if I hadn't drawn over this, that this double bond is in conjugation with this. So these hydrogens will exchange. So that's that. This is actually quite straightforward. I think you'll get deuteriums there, and then all of these. This one, the trick on this one is that these are straightforward. That you'll get deuteriums at both of these positions, but the part that's challenging here is that you can't remove that hydrogen because it's what's referred to as a bridgehead hydrogen. That's discussed in your book at length.